Hello and welcome to Tarot with Taschi, I think I'm going to call it. I've decided to do these every week because I can, and I actually got quite good feedback from everybody. You're just going to have to put up with my face. Again, it's looking a bit crazy. My hair is looking crazy because it's all growing back, but anyway, I'm going to push on, and if you hear the fan in the background, I can't do anything about that because it is stinking hot in this house. And anyway, I feel like I should have like a radio thing, like you're listening to Taschi Tarot, 90.3 Fever FM. R.I.P. Fever. My brain is not in gear today, so let's hope it kicks in at some point. I really hope it kicks in. Anyway, if you watched my video last week, you'll know how it goes, but I'm going to jump right in and see where I end up with these everyday tarot cards. I'm going to shuffle them. I've already knocked them, cleared them, and I even saged them earlier. Right. What have we got for the people today? Remember, I'm looking for a jumper. Ugh, what is that? Just one card to jump from the front to the back to the front, I should say. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes, there we go, that'll do. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Kitty in this photo, in this picture. It makes me think of my friend who had a cat pass away, or it could be just somebody that has a familiar, like a witch, which is actually like the Queen of Wands. She's very fiery, she's a social queen, she's a social butterfly. Yes, what is she up to? Oh, how am I going to do the rest of this? I think if I do this one card first, I should, normally I don't keep shuffling, but I've done it now, and I will lay out 6 more cards, because I think 7 is quite a nice number. But this one just flipped over, so I'm going to go with that. This is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is quite different from the Queen of Wands, as he is all about, he's like the mature CEO, very stable, very logic-driven type of a guy. So maybe that's your partner, maybe he's working too hard at the moment, I don't know, because he's actually turned away from her, and so yeah, maybe he's coming up to Christmas, he's trying to make that money, and he's thinking to himself, like a man normally does, I'm going to make that money and then we can have a good holiday, and you're sitting at home going, where is this dude? I don't know where he is. I'm getting annoyed now. Oh my god, I just shuffled again. I'm so not used to doing it this way, but anyway, we'll get there. I'm going to wait for another one to jump in. This is how this is going to go. It's very hot here today in Auckland, which is quite scary for me because my skin, I'm not sure how my skin's going to go in the heat, but anyway, I'm going to stop now for some reason. Right, next we've got the King of Pentacles, so that's quite funny that I just said that before, because the King of Pentacles is all about making that coin, literally. He's holding that coin, he's manifested all his grapes, so this king is all he's looking at that money, and you're looking at him going, I just want some loving. This card came up before, and I swear to God, the amount of times that this happens is unbelievable. it fell out with another card, and I don't like it when two come out. I like one at a time, so I put it back. This is the worker card. So this guy is working. Work, work, work. Looks like he's at the final stage, so he's working hard so he can relax over his holiday. I have to count out loud. You know, when you play Trivial Pursuit, I can't see ahead. I actually have to count out the counters. So, bear with me. Oh dear. And then we have the broken heart. There's a bit of betrayal here. I think the Queen of Wands is sitting on, you told me that you would go out with me on, you know, some Christmas parties, and you're at home working, and it'll pass because it's just the Three of Swords as opposed to some major spiritual life event. It's just, it will pass and you'll get over it, but you're feeling pissed off, I would say. I have to count again. What's wrong with me? And the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about tending to your garden, your spiritual garden especially. So like, maybe I would look at, why is this triggering you so badly? Why is his need to make money? Because, you know, love languages, that's a real thing. My friend loves to give and gift, that's her love language, and men all the time are all about going out and making that money for the family. That's how they are giving their love as opposed to like actual physical love. So there we go. I would, if I was this person, this queen that's sitting at home going, where is this guy? I wonder who all my readings are going to be about relationship, probably. I would look at why is this so triggering to you, because she's actually looking at this. No, I'm never going to get that right. She's looking at this broken heart, this betrayal. So to me, that's her feeling betrayed. Maybe there's some projects that you could work on, because she's also looking at the Age of Pentacles. Maybe this is your project, like yourself is your project. And I'll pull one last card so we can piece together some more of this story. And I might pull another card from another deck. So if I was you, I would look at why you're being triggered by this, because he's actually trying to do good. He doesn't even have no idea probably that you're annoyed, because he thinks he's making money for the Christmas holiday. And then the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, well, look that one up. Sometimes I'm just like, it feels out of context. So I look it up and then it's not. It feels out of context because that's the swords suit is about communication, and well it does fit, but it doesn't. There you go, I just proved my own point. You are hardworking, conscientious, sticking to the routines that have worked for you in the past. You've put one foot in front of the other and get work done. You're a natural planner and implementer. Okay, so to me that means that you're trying to plan ahead, and this guy is not coming to the party. You're trying to plan your Christmas. You need outfits. You need to know what you're doing. Are you going to be there? Are we going to go together? Are we going to go separately? You need to know these things, because that seems to be your personality, I think, from what I am getting. And the Queen of Wands, always the social butterfly. You lead a busy life, making connections with others and putting yourself out there as you pursue your creative vision. You're confident, courageous and determined, and unafraid to speak up and be heard. And yeah, you're going to make waves, and he probably doesn't like that so much, because he's like the King of Swords. He's like, thank God for my book today, my brain. He is the more mature one in the relationship, I would say. King of Swords. Ruling from a place of authority, analytical, intellect. So you're coming in from a logical standpoint, and you're making your decisions based on what you think is true. Yeah, so he's probably puts his foot down, and you've probably been quite fiery Queen of Wands, and you don't like it, and you've got really emotional about this, and I feel like I validate that you feel like that, and you can't unfeel feelings. You can only change actions. You can't change your feelings. You might grow one day and not have those feelings, but if they're coming up, then they're valid to you. So you sort of have to go back to this communication, this Knight of Wands, Swords, sorry. You have to come back to this communication, and you actually have to not go off. You actually have to sit him down and explain why you're feeling anxiety about this situation. Why the thought of not knowing what you're doing at this time of year is making everything more stressful. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And I love this deck. I just wanted to, I don't know if this is going to be relevant, hopefully. But I love this deck by Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors. Because it has a bit of everything in it. It has a bit of shamanism in it, it has the seasons in it, it has some sort of deities in it, it has some spirit animals in it. I love it. I'm going to see what comes up. You can also reverse the characters, I should say. So if you're a guy and your girl is out, if you're a guy is normally a social butterfly, and your girl is like, I've got work to do, I don't want to do that. You can reverse these situations in the characters. So what resonates? You take what resonates and you throw the rest out. That is spirituality in a nutshell. Mother Earth, feeling loved and comforted. Okay. So to me, that is you, the person who's feeling put out. Mother Earth, feeling loved and comforted, because you actually need in this situation to comfort yourself and to look at how you could possibly communicate your needs better, and sort of failing that, well, the first point of call is yourself, and you need to give yourself that love and validation, because waiting for others to do that is not spiritually mature, if that's the right word. It's not where you want to stay, if that's where you're at. You want to move past that. You want to be able to, yes, voice your needs and have people around you that are going to validate your needs. That's where you want to be, but most people aren't in a relationship like that. They're out there. I have them. Let's have a little message. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently. Okay, you can't make this shit up. But you are now moving back to your natural centre that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you felt ungrounded, you need to go outside and sit on the grass for 10 minutes and feel your feelings and cry your feelings out, and then I would go to your King of Swords, because I don't think he appreciates crying at all, this guy. Sorry. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of Divine, you're a child of light, and it's important you know that and feel loved. Mother Earth is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. If you have had any challenges with your mother or being a mother yourself, yeah, I just got a strong feeling then that this is a mother wound and why you need this attention right now. Know the energies of Mother Healing are with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making the sacred love connection. You're being guided to make choices that are based on love, and that means love yourself first. Maybe look deeper into that mother wound. I like to do a bit of shamanic journeying, which I did this morning, which was really good. And I connected with my Pleiadian team, and I got some nice love, like a circle of love. So that was nice. But shamanic journeying is really simple. You sort of have envision a tree that you like a big oak tree or whatever, and you there's sort of three worlds in shamanism. There's the top world, there's the middle world, and then there's the lower world. And the top world is sort of like, I always think of clouds and other planets and higher beings, and the middle earth is where we live. And then there's the lower earth, the inside sort of not darker energies, but the people that live in things that sort of are in the shadows. And you climb down the tree in your mind in a meditation, and wherever you pop to first is where you go off, and then somebody will turn up. I had three dragons turn up. It was a red dragon, a green dragon, and a pink dragon. And the pink dragon took me up, and I had my little experience, and that's it. It's as simple as that. It's like tarot. It's use your imagination. I really recommend that, and a lot of people put on some shamanic drums when they're doing that. That helps get into that meditation mindset. Oh, I keep looking at my eyebrows. I used to have such good eyebrows. They all fell out. What else did I want to talk about today? I'm going to leave it at that, actually. For now, I have things come up this week about trauma and authenticity. I had a really good chat with my friend, I'm not going to name because he probably won't like that. But we were talking about how trauma, like a mother wound, is, and the ways that you can affects your physical body and things like that. That's where I'm at, where I've done a lot of mental work, but my physical body obviously needs work, and that's my practice. And I actually did some TRE this morning, which, if you don't know what that is, oh, that's right, we were talking about yoga. I did some yoga, and that quite often, that stretching sets off like a reaction, where like a shaking reaction, like when you've overdone it with your muscles, and you lie down and you just let your body shake, and that I hold a lot of trauma in my hips, and they always shake, and they will shake for 10 minutes, 15 minutes if I let them. I find that's the best way if you're wound up tight like a spring, especially this time of year. You do an exercise like that, and it's on YouTube. They do a lot of work with veterans who hold a lot of PTSD symptoms in their bodies that they need to release, and they show you how to do little exercises. But I find yoga does it the best for me. Well, yeah, that's sort of come up this week. I'd like to talk more about that at some point, because I feel like this is always going to be like twofold, like a little reading and then me talking about whatever I want to talk about that week. And anything that you guys want to talk about, if you let me know, I'll answer any question. I love it when people ask questions, because I seem to be like a bridge between people who are sort of curious about spiritual things, but they don't no, I seem to be able to put things in a way that they start to entertain it, and then the magic happens, which is the case with the friend that I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to sign off now, and I will see you guys next week.